it or not? Was it true or not? That's the question I was asking Mr. Salahuddin, and he was not coming up with that because he's actually taking his petition out of the domain of Article 184.3. Maybe it's all very new because these questions have just arisen during the course of the hearing. So we've given him time, and we'll also, the last point is, where do we go from here? One is remand. Can we do it or not? He's saying once you retire, it's over. The learned Attorney General has referred to some other case and says, till that case is not decided, you should not decide this, or words to this effect. So if you can submit a note on these legal points, we'll reserve it. After, if we require to reconvene again, we will reconvene again. But otherwise, consider this, if my colleagues agree, for reserving the judgment subject to, we may want to reconvene after the notes come, or we may have more questions. I don't know. So is this clear? I mean, Khwaja Sahab, you agree with this course of action, or you can also submit us a note, because not necessarily, you said you're not invested in the outcome, you're more interested as counsel. Now we're calling upon you, senior counsel. You can assist this court. The same applies to Mr. Wasim Sajjad Sahab. He's also very senior counsel. So he also said, I need time to absorb the matter.
With your Lordship permission, I'll submit a written note on legal issues. That
you may. Yes, please leave the facts aside.
Yes, that is
completely out.
We're not going into
at all. Don't mention anyone. Just on these issues. If you can, if you want to, you may. We're not directing you to. No, because you're not a party.
Yes.
But we felt that things were said behind your back, so you had the right of audience, which we've given you. So, which Hamid Khan Sahab also agreed. आपने पोस्ट नहीं किया था ना इनका नोटिस? इनको इशू करना हमने नोटिस आपने पोस्ट तो नहीं की थी ना? ठीक. तो कितना वक्त आप लोगों को चाहिए होगा to come up with some sort, because this is actually not only this case, every case creates precedent, but in these matters, precedents are very rare. I mean, very few come, and this point is a novel point, and you said this, it's never happened that no inquiry has been conducted. Now we want to just see whether, I'm not doubting your statement, but Mr. Salahuddin and Mr. Khaja Haris Sahab may tell us no. There are other cases where also inquiry were not held. We would want to know what is the world practice, whether it can be done without an inquiry of the nature that you're setting. We want to know about freedom of expression, of what judges can and cannot say. Because one is, even Khwaja was not very confident on which particular misconduct it is. Publicity, so that allegation was not leveled. First allegation should have been leveled, you were seeking publicity. So anything else you want to say, please do so. Otherwise, this will be, we'll consider it reserved. ठीक है, लिख लें आज कोई है लिखने वाला ऑर्डर? आप इसमें लिखें.
2 weeks time.
Sir, I need only 1 week to have a comprehensive note on.
देखिए आप आजकल जरा बहुत सारे केसेस आ रहे हैं, and all of them require a lot of thinking and detailing. So we'll certainly give you more than a week. It's not that. इसमें लिखिए. We've heard the notices were issued to General Lieutenant General retired Faiz Hamid and Brigadier retired Irfan Rame, and
he's not retired, my lord. We corrected that. He's still in service.
Okay, and Brigadier Irfan Rame. Is he still a brigadier? Or
he's still a brigadier.
And Khwaja and senior counsel Khaja Haris has entered appearance on their behalf and states that he's filed CMA numbers 267 and 268 of 2024 attending to the allegations leveled against them by the petitioner. So full stop. Learned Senior Counsel Mr. Wasim Sajjad states that he represents Justice Muhammad Anwar Qazi, former Chief Justice of the Islamabad High Court, and has filed CMA number 253 of 2024 attending to the allegations pertaining to him.
3 CMS file.
एक से काम नहीं बना वसीम सजाद साहब चलें वो लिख लीजिए फुल स्टॉप notice was also issued to the former registrar of the Supreme Court of Pakistan, Mr. Arbab Muhammad Arif, who has filed CMA number 270-2024. ठीक है, full stop. Next paragraph लिखिए. We've heard Mr. Learned Senior Counsel Hamid Khan for the petitioner and Mr. Salahuddin Ahmed for petitioner in CP number. आपकी कौन सी है सलाउद्दीन साहब? हाँ? 15 आपकी CP का नंबर क्या है?
I'm sorry, my lord.
What's your CP number?
15 of 2020, constitutional petition.
15 of 2020.
20.
एक और भी है apparently. And two CPs number 2 and 15 of 2020.
221 की है.
अच्छा 221 की अलग अलग नंबर चेक कीजिएगा प्लीज, ठीक है. फुल स्टॉप. We've also heard Mr. Learned Senior Counsel Messrs. Wasim Sajjad and Khwaja Haris, और कोई तो नहीं, यही सब हो गए. फुल स्टॉप. And the Learned Attorney General for Pakistan. फुल स्टॉप. Assisted by मलिक जावेद असिस्ट किया था या उन्होंने आपको असिस्ट किया? अच्छा, मलिक जावेद फुल स्टॉप. नंबर ऑफ फुल स्टॉप असिस्टेंस इसमें लिखिए लीगल लर्नड काउंसिल में सबमिट देयर concise statements.
Retention officers.
Precise. My lord adds precise and concise. Statements with regard, amongst others, to the following queries which arose during the hearing. Colon, फिर आप इसको 1, 2, 3, 4 कर लें. Whether an inquiry was conducted by the Supreme Judicial Council, and if not, was it a constitutional or legal requirement, and if it was, the consequences of the failure to do so. Question mark. Whether, if the consequence of doing so. Number 2 लिखिए. The consequence इसमें लिखिए whether that since in the interregnum, that since during the pendency of CP number 76/2018, CP number so and so लिखने was filed on कौन सी तारीख को फाइल हुई थी? 76
October 2018.
वो डेट ले लीजिएगा. 18 October 2018, and the petitioner attained the age of 62 years
30th of June 2021.
on 30 June 2021, whether what, if any, what can now, how can the matter now be attended to if if the petition is to be allowed, okay, if he is to be granted, allowed, if he is to be granted relief, including whether the matter can be remanded to the Supreme Judicial Council. Anything else? Whether there was no need to conduct an inquiry by these SJC as the speech admittedly given by the petitioner in itself, making the speech in itself constituted misconduct as defined in the judges, वो पूरा नाम लिख दीजिए, code of conduct. ठीक है? Anything else you want to add?
Sir, in addition to response to these questions, I may kindly be allowed to give the propositions, my propositions.
हमने लिखा amongst others, वो बाकी आप जो मर्जी लिखना चाहें, मगर ये चीजें अटेंड कर लें. अच्छा, full stop. हाँ, precedents भी दे दीजिएगा. हमें लिखने की जरूरत तो नहीं है ना?
Everything.
ठीक है.
Comprehensive.
So these three you attend to, the rest whatever you want to add, we are not stopping you. But just keep it sort of more precise. Not, it shouldn't be legal drafting. It should be point.
Thank you.
Chale, thank you very much. It's been a learning experience also for us. ख्वाजा साहब, अच्छा हाँ, कितने within how much time to be given आपको?
I think 2 weeks, if your lordship wants.
हाँ,
It's up to you.
3 हफ्ते दे दें. तो ये legal issues है ना.
Quite right.
You know, we don't want to say something ना. अब इतना वक्त गुजर गया तो 1-2 हफ्ते अगर वो खान साहब नाराज ना हो, फिर ये 3 हफ्ते अब दे दिया. ठीक है, खान साहब 3 हफ्ते ठीक है? 3 हफ्ते ठीक है?
सर 2 हफ्ते ही काफी होंगे सर.
तो ख्वाजा साहब 3 मांग रहे हैं, 3 कर लें. वैसे भी ये इलेक्शन वाला हफ्ता तीसरा हो जाएगा ना फिर. ठीक, हाँ, तो ये इलेक्शन के बाद ही जाएगा मेरे ख्याल में. अच्छा, इसमें लिखे कंसाइज स्टेटमेंट्स टू बी फाइल्ड विद इन 3 weeks. In case after judgment is reserved, however, in case after examining the concise statements and the available record, a further hearing is required, the court will convene. We don't know what you're going to say, and some of the things I have not read that were filed today and yesterday.